For the first time ever, Valve has announced something in threes. No, it's not Half-Life 3 or Portal 3, but it's 3 new pieces of hardware. Welcome to this week's Nerd Roundup, hosted by the Nerd Factory. I'm Jake. Let's catch you up. So, Valve announced this week that in 2026, 3 new pieces of hardware will be coming out. The first is the new Steam controller, not to be confused with the original Steam controller that they're not going to change the name for. So, that's how that's going. After the success of the Steam Deck's design and the original complaints for said Steam controller, Valve focused on bringing a more streamlined controller for its user base. This controller now has 2 next-generation magnetic thumbsticks. God, that's a mouthful. Which uses TMR technology rather than the single one they had on the last version. This tech is designed for improved feel, responsiveness, and long-term reliability as well, which is kind of neat. The controller will also feature grip-enabled gyro controls, high-definition rumbles, trackpads, just like the Steam Deck, and grip buttons, all of which can be customized to your liking, which is also pretty cool. The controller can also be used with anything running Steam, including Windows PCs, Macs, Linux PCs, as well as tablets and phones. It will also work with the Steam Deck, the new Steam frame, and the new Steam machine, which I will talk about in a second. With over 6 times the power of the Steam Deck, the Steam machine has the power to play your whole Steam library in a really small but mighty package. The Steam Machine is a small, powerful PC in a 6-inch cube, which is actually insane. It's like the size of like a normal banana, which is nuts as a PC. That's insane. But it will play games at 4K 60 thanks to FSR, which again is insane for a tiny little 6-inch cube. I don't know how they've done it, but they've done something insane. There's also no power supply brick either. It's in the machine itself, which again is nuts. And this insane machine is going to come in 2 different storage sizes. You'll have one that is 512 gigabytes and the other one's going to be 2 terabytes. However, it is coming with an expandable storage system through micro SD cards. So if you want to get a 4 terabyte machine, you can do that by getting a 2 terabyte micro SSD. And you can put as many games in there as you wish. It's insane. It's like one of the best things I've seen in forever for gaming. And Valve has timed it so well with the way that Xbox and PlayStation are doing things with their like price hikes and a lot of people wanting to play games that they can't play on console. This thing is what I've been missing. I've been waiting to get a PC for a while. I don't think I'm going to get that. I think I'm going to get the Steam machine because this sounds awesome. However, it will be running on Steam OS, which is a Linux-based software, meaning that games that have a dedicated anti-cheat like Fortnite and Call of Duty can't actually be played on the Steam machine out of box. Because for some reason, Linux and anti-cheats just don't like each other for some reason. I don't know why. I can't be asked to do the research behind it. They just don't. I'm being lazy, I'm sorry. However, Valve being Valve, they know that this thing, although it looks like a console, it's still a PC. So they very much understand and have actually said, yes, Steam Machine is optimized for gaming, but it's still your PC. You can install your own apps. You can even install a secondary operating system such as Windows. And then they ended it with, who are we to tell you how to use your computer? This is why Valve are the best thing in gaming. They are just the best. They are the standard that I wish all gaming companies aspired to be. They won't, because Valve is in a league of their own. But if you wanted to end up and play Fortnite and Call of Duty on this thing, you can install Windows and you can play those to your heart content. It's actually amazing. Valve have also mentioned that I'll be adding a Steam Machine verified rating. Just like they do with Steam Deck, just so customers can understand if their games are compatible or not with their new hardware, which is awesome. Valve are great. This has just made me realize how good Valve and even Gabe for the gaming community is, and it's going to be so bad when Gabe leaves the space or retires. It's gonna get real bad. The only issue though so far with just the Steam hardware announcements in general is none of them have a price yet. For the Steam machine, the only confirmations that I've personally seen has been they're going to competitively price it, and it's likely to be in the ballpark of a low to mid-range PC. But in all honesty, if it's anywhere between the 600 to 800 range, I'm buying this thing immediately without any second thought. If it's 4 digits, maybe I'll have a little think about it, but I'll probably still get one. Let's be real, this thing actually sounds amazing. The last and third announcement Valve made, which is nuts because we all know that Valve hates the number 3, was the Steam Frame, their new VR headset. The Steam Frame is a streaming-first wireless VR headset and controllers that can handle your whole Steam library. Yep, it can play both VR and non-VR games. You can also play it standalone, meaning you won't need to be tethered to a PC to play the games you want. The Steam Frame will also have a wireless adapter to connect to your PC rather than cables, which is so much better because I remember having to test out the PSVR 1 with like the 7 or 8 cables that you needed to connect, and that sucked. So having a dongle that you can just plug in and just be wireless is amazing. And the frame will have 2 LCD panels that are 2160 by 2160 and will support refresh rates of 72 to 144 hertz, meaning you'll have some absolutely crisp and buttery smooth gameplay. The frame will also be compatible with your PC, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam machine. So no matter what you're playing on, you'll be sorted. And it's also standalone, so if you don't have any of those, you can just play it anyway. Now you're all caught up. I've been looking for a while to get a new PC because my PC literally can't run anything. It struggles to run Google Chrome, which is insane considering I've got like 16 gigabytes of RAM and I don't know, I've got a first gen Ryzen, so it's like very out of date. It won't even update to Windows 11, so but it's fine. It's okay because hopefully the Steam machine will be a good price and I'll just get that instead. I really hope it's a good price. I hope it's not like, I hope it's lower than 1200. I think 1200 is kind of like what I think it would be, because they're not competitively pricing it against the Xboxes or the PlayStation prices. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a low to mid-range PC, which can be anywhere from 8 to 1200, give or take. Obviously, some can be lower, but I'm talking like the higher end. I'm talking about like more mid PCs. So who knows? Hopefully, it'll be a good price. It's meant to be early next year, so I'm expecting prices to be announced within the next couple of months. It's got to be announced by at least February, beginning of February, surely. But I also quite like the look of the Steam Frame too. I've always wanted to play VR games, but they're all so expensive. But yeah, but as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, as you'll be getting a Nerd Roundup every Monday at 6 PM UK time. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see or anything really you want to say, comment down below. I'll try and respond as soon as I can. Other than that, I'll see you next week.